buy or save $10 off. All right, so we're moving along. We gave Lou just a moment to kind of regroup. Hopefully you're getting your visor. I know I'm getting mine, ×2. By the way, if you load that app, that HSN app on your phone, you can do, first of all, it's great because then you can, I won't say barge ahead in line, but you get the general crux of what I'm saying. But you can also do delivery direct, which that's one of the ways I can, my mom, she's like, well, what'd you send us now? It's a fun way to be able to treat the people in your life, especially if you haven't been able to see them as often as has been the case in my life in the last 15, 16 months. Well, whether it is getting the people that you know to your house or the people that you don't know to your house, we're going to help illuminate or landscape your yard. And what I mean when I say that is we are certainly having more packages delivered than ever before in history. So whether it's just making sure that you can get the groceries out of the car and up to that front door safely, or maybe you're having your groceries delivered to your door and you want to make sure that that DoorDash or that pizza delivery or whatever those deliveries are delivered safely to your home, or if you really want to make the most of your landscaping, even if you just want to put this in a planter, if you want to put it adjacent to maybe some landscaping, a flower bed, whatever it might be. It's uplighting, which is different than some of the directional light that we normally do with solar lights. It is Bell & Howell. Once more, they've won Academy Awards for lighting and projectors. I mean, they know lighting. And then they're giving you more. So 8-pack, that's the deluxe, just so you know, that's the largest set that we do. This is also color changing, and you don't have to sink wiring into the ground or have a contractor or an electrician or get permission from your townhome. Choose it in the great bronze, we've got the black, and we've also got the stainless or that brushed silver, has the stakes and then the remote control. Sorry guys, they're so reflective. I was trying to get some of the glare off there. Lou, I'm gonna go right to you and then I'll fiddle-faddle with trying to get some of the reflection off, which is nice because they are very beautiful to look at, whether they're on or off. But this is the deluxe, this is the Mac Daddy set, isn't it?
Yeah, these are some of the coolest solar lights I've ever sold. I'm just gonna tell you that straight up, and I have sold a bunch over my time, okay? First of all of these are made out of 305 stainless steel, no matter which color you're getting. It could be the black, it could be the stainless color or the bronze. They're all 305 stainless steel, so they're well made. They all have 6 SMD LEDs, surface mount diodes in them. What's special about these though, is they change colors, those diodes, and I'll show you that in just a second. You get all the mounting choices with these. You're gonna get these stakes, so you can stake these into the ground. You can lay them flat on the back. They have the keyhole in the back, so you can mount them on a wall like this. And they come with a remote control. This, my friends, is just gonna blow your minds, okay? I'm gonna turn the lights off in here. Now, the first thing that's gonna happen is they're gonna be white, okay? So you're gonna say, oh, hey, look, white solar lights, okay. But watch what I can do. I can turn them green if I want to. All of them. Come on, everybody turn green. There we go, look at that. So that's pretty cool, right? All right, so we can do that. I can make them turn red if I want to. All of them will turn red in the room. I can make them turn blue if I want to. But then, Shannon, here's the party. You ready for this? They will go through all the colors very slowly and very subtly on their own. It's just color shifting, one color after another. I cannot love these any more than I do. And the other thing is, I have an on and an off switch on here on the remote, so I can turn them on and off whenever I want to. What do you think about these?
Well, I think that's cool. And we know Kelly, your lovely wife, is a DIYer in the family. I was noticing they're not only color changing on your little desk or table there, but they're also color changing in the luminary, in that beautiful bag. And
yes.
And that's just it. When we say it's like Illuma decorating, especially with that color changing aspect. It's funny because, and this is going back a few years, like that MTV show Cribs, you know, like all the big, you know, celebrity basketball players and so forth. You spend a premium price when it comes to landscape lighting, but this is landscape lighting that goes with you to the campground, to the picnic ground, to the playground.
Anywhere you want.
Anywhere you want. You know, I'm a big fan of the coaster aspect. I know that's something that you talk about. You could charge them up during the day and use them as a coaster during your backyard barbecues for the 4th of July. But even when they're off, now remember, it's an uplight, which I know we always like to make that distinction, but even when they're not on during the day, I have to say, I think these are prettier than other ways to do that solar lighting. And boy, they do kick off a nice amount of light, don't they?
Well, they do because they've got those 6 LEDs in them. So you could see I'm pretty well lit here considering the fact that I've just got, my camera's soaking up a ton of light. So, and I think the room looks great. I love the ones behind me over my shoulders back there that are kind of doing the light show. And, again, with just the push of a button, if I want to, I can turn these off if I want to. I can turn them on if I want to. Just pushing the button, I can make them green. I can make them red. I can make them blue. I can make them all the colors at the same time. I've even got my favorite coaster right here that's going to sit here and change colors. So if you've got company coming over, guess what? You can absolutely use this on your tabletops. Remember, I've got some that are sitting in a planter right here, changing colors. They're looking great on the paths. You pointed out the luminary before, and I absolutely love that luminary. If it's St. Patrick's Day, boom, we've got a green luminary. I mean, in fact, everything just turned green. It's literally that easy to do. And when the sun comes up in the morning, guess what? Everything turns off just like that. I mean, it couldn't be any better, any easier to do. Now, this guy here, he didn't see the light, but there we go. See how that just turns right off? Now, Shannon, you mentioned that these are up lights, and I always like to point this out. You can get lights like this, in the big box stores and pay nothing for them, okay? But they're made out of nothing as well, okay? Very, very thin metal on these. One single solar light, and they're down lights. Remember, all your Bell & Howell disc lights are up lights. We're throwing the light up in the air. So whatever color this is, it's going to reflect on the walls. You can see on the couch behind me, even with these bright lights on in front of me, you can still see those back there changing colors. That's how bright these are. And that's the effect you're going to get, is that beautiful wash of color going up the walls. You can choose the color out of the RGB, the red, green, blue, or you can do the multicolor and it's just going to keep cycling, or you can do white. If you just want white lights, you can absolutely do that too.
You can indeed. Now remember, you can use them with the stake or without, so that's entirely up to you. You do get that remote control, which I think is awesome. But the other thing about this is I know they're beautiful, but they're also practical. And I know I keep going back to the Porchside Pirates, but more importantly, making sure to illuminate your safety in a way that doesn't deter from all your hard work, whether you've been a DIYer, a gardener. I've certainly started gardening over this last unreal period that we've all lived through globally across America and across the world. But it's nice to have a project that you can complete not in a day, not in 2 days, not without ripping anything up or rewiring. Literally, you place these, you turn them on, and you're done. It's like you set them and you forget them. You want to use them as coasters?
Yeah.
Let them, sip that sun during the day, and then, use them indoors as well. It's what I call the Mac Daddy set because there are more of them. And then you just choose it in that beautiful brushed bronze, the black, or the stainless. And Lou, it's so funny though. We do a lot of Bell & Howell products together, but it is kind of neat to see that transition of color, isn't it?
Aren't they cool? Well, and it's nice too, because like when I change the colors myself, if I decide, okay, I'm going to go green, I'm going to go, the red, I'm going to do the blue, it's a very sudden transition. But if you do the color shifting, it just very slowly goes through all the colors. Like you're going to see purple in here, you're going to see, orange in here, yellow. It goes through all the colors in the spectrum, which is just fantastic. So for parties, for decorating, for just letting people know where you live, you want to say, oh, I got the house with the red mailbox. Boom, there you go. They're not going to have a hard time seeing where you live. I mean, that's the cool thing about these. And again, there's no wiring. I'm going to turn my lights back on for a second here. There's no wiring. There's no hiring. You don't have to wire anything yourself. You don't have to hire an electrician to come out. These use the power of the sun. Remember that. So once you stick these into the ground or put them on a fence post or stick them, on your pool deck, wherever they're going to be, every day they're going to be drawing in the sun's rays, charging up the battery that's inside it, the sealed. You never have to touch it. You turn the on switch on one time, and then after that, they self-regulate, or you have the option of using this remote control that's included, and you can easily turn them on and off with this as well. These are, for the money, I think some of the best solar lights ever sold. And with an 8-pack, Shannon, I can do my whole walkway, because I pace mine out about 2 paces a piece. I could do a whole walkway with these, but I'm going to warn you, once you do that walkway, you're going to look at it, and you're going to say, I should have got more. That's what's going to happen.
No, in fact, you kind of read my mind. I mean, certainly the 8-pack is, like as I say, the Mac Daddy. I mean, it's deluxe. It's more than we normally do. But Lou's absolutely right. You might want to do yourselves a favor and get a second set, because once you do get these at home, first of all, you're going to realize how easy and how beautiful they are, and just what a real impact or difference that they make around your home with really no effort on your part. So we would certainly encourage you to grab them, especially if you are thinking, Steve, is normally the black sells out first, because I think we bring in fewer of the black. Okay, bronze is actually #1 right now. So black is the most limited. Okay, so I was, kind of on the right path there. But the black, I do know for a fact we usually bring in fewer of those. So just, kind of keep that in mind. So I always say when we do have the black, you might want to get more than one set. Then it really kind of disappears into the environment. Like if you're putting it on top of soil or pathway or what have you. Regardless, you can't make a bad decision. And Lou, that's just it. It is really true. Once I turn them on, just let them sip the sun all day long. It's a one and done to get that great look, isn't it?
Yeah, no installation required with these. You do it yourself, stick them in the ground, lay them on the ground, put them on a fence, whatever you want to do, and you're done. And don't forget, you get the remote control so you can change the colors to whatever mood you're in.
Oh, well, and as we know, with me, that changes on a moment-by-moment basis.
Hourly.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, Lou, thanks for stepping in to do this. Enjoy, I guess, what's left of your night, and we'll see you soon, I'm sure.
All right, take care.
Hey, thanks, Lou. Hey, don't hang up on your color-changing disc lights. My friend Aaron Berger is right around